Welcome back. This is Michaela.
This is Peter.
We are back with Citizen Sleeper. Probably the end of Citizen Sleeper. We have our two main drives, protect the eye and evacuate the eye. We are in the final part of the 3 DLC free pack. It's episode Purge. Right. So we can help the Pilgrim Seed. We are waiting for Peak. Is that really it? If that's it, that's it. But I'll have a quick peek up and down. Obviously, we ran off last time with the Pilgrim Seed guy. I forget what he's called. It doesn't say there either. And we don't know how Helena's doing.
Yes, there was trouble in the Senate.
Havenage offices, yeah. Does just look like we are helping the evacuation while waiting for Peak. I guess that's what we'll do.
Yes, we're trying to do both.
I suppose one is because you're waiting for the other, so we have 2 actions. I only have a +1 to both of them. They both do ++ to the Pilgrim prep. I guess, yeah. Berth refitting. Building berths into the vast bulkheads of the Pilgrim Seed is a huge job, and Sol needs every able-bodied engineer to help. Let's do that with probably our only good dice, because I think if I use the 3, I do have the chance for a negative.
For failure. You work methodically, welding the walls of each berth together, but the scale and scope of the job is still exhausting.
That was the neutral. But it is filling up Pilgrim prep. The Pilgrim Seed will take the majority of the evacuees off the eye, but is there enough time to settle them all? Should I just reroll all these dice, do you think?
Yeah.
We've got a 1, 2 2s and a 3. Oof, we at least got a 4.
1 die improved.
Let's see if we can get that positive on the left. And we did, we got the positive. We work in sync with the other teams, splitting the jobs so that by the time you are done, there are tens of new berths in place. Energy. I mean, I should eat probably before trying that, yeah?
If there's a chance of failing and losing energy, absolutely.
Oh.
As you stop to rest in one of the Pilgrim Seed's cavernous bays, hopping up to sit on a supply crate, you hear a now familiar voice behind you. Sleeper, glad you are here.
Sol's suit hisses as he clanks up towards you.
I knew you'd help us out. We sure do appreciate everything you do for us.
Aha, you buttering us up? Oh, no worries. No worries.
I do mean it, Sleeper.
He looks away down the bay to where sparks jump from welding torches.
It's a grim job to be doing without a few friends around.
Sol settles beside you, flinching a little but making himself comfortable on the crate.
Seems the word got out. This way or that.
He nods towards the welders a little way off, one of them wearing shipyard overalls.
We've had people flowing in from the eye, looking for a place.
Oh.
In truth, it's more than I thought. Which means more mouths to feed, more bodies to house, more people to protect.
That's good, right? Or can we do it? I mean, hopefully that's good, because yes, more people to feed, but more people now helping, right?
Good for those that can get a place, maybe.
Sol frowns.
But none of this is good for anyone. We were supposed to stay here, not keep running.
Sol waves away the thought.
Don't listen to me.
He gives you a sideways glance.
Just a tired old man.
He stretches.
Oh, I have something to ask, though.
I'm already helping. What is it? And something new. Something new? Sol shakes his head.
Not so much. Old matters mostly.
Oh.
With all these evacuees, well, we need a change in plan.
He shrugs.
Pilgrim Seed can't do it alone. We need the others to help out.
I did wonder, admittedly, if we'd start going to the other ships, yeah.
We can carry them, house them, but that's all. Now, you settled down the folks from Ember's Step and they sent us supplies grown in those dust houses of theirs. If we could get more...
He nods to himself. She did say, like, they have loads of, like, the food they're making. They needed other stuff. He nods to himself, yeah.
And then the song crews...
He rubs his chin.
We need from them is scouting and security. We don't need that docking access of theirs, but with some careful scavenging, they could be our fleet.
Ah.
These folks, they know you, Sleeper. You've earned their trust already. You did a whole quest line.
He puts a hand on your shoulder.
I sent my requests out and they seem to be complying, but I need you out there making sure the work gets done. Time is our greatest enemy now. That and the big thing that's coming in waves.
Yes, but they're
also
trying to beat that.
Mostly time.
Sol stares into the distance.
I need you out there speeding things up.
Of course. Sol nods.
All right then.
He climbs off the crate, his suit hissing as he does.
Think of it this way. Either way, you won't have to deal with me much longer.
He smiles his uneven smile.
Unless, of course, you were planning to come along for the trip.
I'm not, but I'm staying. I'm considering it. I don't know. I'm assuming we're staying. Sol nods.
I understand.
Sol waves a hand and starts off towards the bay's entrance, the crackling sound of the welding quickly covering up his clanking suit. You watch the workers, the shipyard contractor chatting among them, already looking like he belongs. You push the thoughts of escape, of home, and of the future to the back of your mind and get up. There's always more to do. You better head to the other ships in the flotilla to see what can be done. Actually, that's handy, because this is asking for us to do the two things we're still not great at, so if these are the things we might be better at, I could use the rest of the dice. I'm going to go quickly grab a snack, though. We have the money for it.
Michaela just grabbed me there, in case you're wondering.
At Emphasis Stall. It's cheap, it's good. Yeah. Who do you want to do first? Because you're either voicing Peter or reading out the narration.
Top one.
Peter, at the Ember's Song, the docking access is in chaos when you arrive. The staccato burst of welding torches, the shouts of crews gathering, the rapid flow of supplies and kit from dock to dock. You can tell already that news of the flotilla's imminent departure has reached this place before you.
Come to join the Exodus, Sleeper.
Peter approaches you from one of the working crews, a smile on his face and a lightness in his step you haven't seen before. We've got not quite. What's happening, or are you enjoying this? Not quite. Peter eyes you.
I suppose you were here on Sol's orders again.
He winks at you.
Nothing Ember's Hearth like to do more than ordering people around.
We've got you guessed it, but I am here by choice. Admittedly, if you're going to take people from the eye, you probably do all need to band together.
Well, I was going to say you should just be more honest and go, yeah, Sol said me. Fair enough. Just your timing seems to always be a cycle or two after we get some requests from the Hearth ship.
He shrugs an exaggerated shrug.
Must be a coincidence. Well, Sol has it lucky anyway. His request for us to dismantle the Axis and to be the vanguard for the flotilla's onward journey to the Starward Belt aligns perfectly with our plans.
We've got what plans, or we can stay silent.
So the problem with saying what plans is, he's going to say, for us to dismantle the Axis and be the vanguard for the flotilla's onward journey to the Starward Belt. And then you're going to feel silly.
Stay silent.
If I hope they did that. If we can build our escape and make the Hearth ships think we are complying with their orders at the same time, And it's a 2-in-1 for us.
Peter shakes his head.
Those idiots will never see it coming.
Oh, that is kind of mean, though. You are leaving the flotilla and you can't abandon them. I mean, they can. I just don't think they should. You are leaving the flotilla.
We are our own flotilla, Sleeper.
Peter looks away at the busy axis.
We aren't going to tie ourselves to Heart and Step any longer. Why would we?
To help them. I understand and stay silent. To help them. They do need help. But yes, you can decide not to. Peter scoffs.
They are taking on evacuees from the Eye, that's what I heard. So how about they help themselves before they ask us to make up for their bad decisions?
Oof. Peter looks down.
Look, nothing against you or yours, Sleeper, but we have to get out from under the shadow of Step and Hearth. And this is the time.
Peter grimaces.
We won't let the flux catch us again. Not a chance.
And for the first time you see fear in his eyes.
Want to help us make that leap? Grab a torch, talk to a crew. You're welcome to it.
Peter sniffs.
Every person here is free to prove themselves.
We've got I'll help when I can, and let's see. See, helping them, I don't want to take away from helping more people rather than helping a smaller amount, but I'll help when I can is fair enough. Peter nods.
Just a stop on the road, Sleeper. I'm afraid that's all this was.
Peter glances out past the docking access through the outer windows to the stars beyond.
A lot of space out there for those willing to take it.
He looks you in the eye.
I hope you'll be around before we go. But if not,
He smiles.
stay strong.
And with that, Peter thumps you on the shoulder and heads back to his crew, with a purpose, a direction visible in every step of his rapid stride. So they're just fucking going. So you can do repeatable action crew management and repeatable action access reclamation. So I could help them a bit, but let's see what Aki says for now. I knew you'd come.
Aki greets you outside the dust house, her eyes as bright as always.
You are very welcome here, as always.
Got good to see you, Aki. Or what are you working on?
Good to see you, Aki.
Aki smiles.
And you, Sleeper.
Aki puts a hand on your arm.
Walk with me.
And she guides you past the dust houses. You look inside and see other members of the crew working in the orange dust, planting and tending to the Step ecosystem.
We are to be the suppliers for the evacuees, I am sure you have heard. We will put the dust houses to use.
She leads you past a dust house where the dust is less, the orange glow not as bright, the air a little more clean.
We are adapting, slowly, but we are adapting. We have to produce food, clothes, necessary things for the journey ahead.
She smiles.
The plants of Step are once again sustaining a population, and that makes me proud.
Aki stops at a half-empty dust house, scoured of its sand. It is being filled with mulch.
Ooh, we brought this from the Greenway.
She stares at the green and brown, a strange sight even to you, now that you are used to the amber dust of Step.
I admit it is hard work for us. We are not familiar with these plants. Can you help us?
Aki meets your eye.
We will either do our best or we'll do our best. The soil, that I can do. Thank you.
She nods solemnly.
I know that the eye is suffering, that it is at risk. I know what that is like.
Oh my God, it's okay. Oh, thank
you. I wish I had a lesson to share with you from our loss on Step.
She shakes her head.
But for the moment, I cannot see what that might be.
She gathers herself.
If it gives you meaning, the work here is steady and worthwhile. But if you do not have time...
She smiles a weak smile.
I will not blame you. Hold on to your memories, but not too tightly. Sadness will not sustain you.
She falls silent and you both watch the work in the dust house for a while. You can already see a greening fringe of moss on the mulch in the dust house, the first signs of new life.
That's quick.
Will you soon be like the people of Steppe leaving behind a home? Or will you be stubborn and hold your ground despite what it might mean? You wait a little longer with Aki, the moment a welcome suspension in time, a rare moment in this rush towards an end. You glance at Aki and she puts a hand on your shoulder in solidarity. After a short while, Aki sighs.
It is good to see you, Sleeper. Perhaps we will see each other again before we depart.
She walks away, fingertips brushing against the glass of the dust house windows. Aki turns back for a moment, as if she wants to say something, then thinks better of it, and turns away.
Yes, so we can also help in the dust houses, which, they're sort of converting for normal stuff, but we have dust house tending on the left, harvest automation on the right. These are things that are both +2, so that's going to be a lot easier for us to do. And I'm more likely to want to go, well, yes, the people that are leaving, what's going to help them more is having more supplies as much as they can. So, they both sap energy if we do them badly, the right one worse. Dust house tending to be used on the flotilla's outward trip, but the dust houses will need careful tending, especially those being adapted to greenway plants. If I use my 3, I should at least also only get a positive or a neutral.
Working.
You start to get a sense of how steppe and greenway plants might work together, feed each other, form a new symbiotic relationship. I didn't quite catch if that was the neutral or the positive on the top there. Did you?
It's positive, I think. Looks positive.
And they're both filling up the greening steppe.
The dust houses now have a new function to feed the evacuees on their journey to the starward belt. That means many changes. And on the right here we have harvest automation. Dust house efficiency could be massively improved with an automated harvesting system.
Ooh.
But the steppe techs need some help.
I mean, we could try it with it
would be nice to see the text, because otherwise we're just going to do the other one because it's less risky.
Well, I think, isn't danger worse than risky? I don't actually know, you know.
No, I mean, like, that one has -2 energy and that one has -3. That's all I'm getting at.
Yeah, we'll give it a go.
And actually, yes, I think you're right.
We got the positive outcome, ++. You managed to refactor the sensor automation so the system receives better, more accurate data. So we've got 4 ticked over. I'm not going to risk anything with the 1. And yes, we have...
do some computer hacking or something.
We are waiting for Peak to devise a strategy, tirelessly analysing the flux data and testing countermeasures.
I kind of would do the 1. Because if the worst it's going to do is get rid of some food, but the best it's going to do is get you, like, some extra stuff, then that's grand.
Perk self-repair, I need scrap. Do I have scrap?
You've got 2 scrap.
Yeah, let's do this a little. And yes, we have our ticker there for terminal flux. We'll perk sunbathe with our 1. We got the negative, which did give us plus energy, but it didn't do much for us. We'll do a little self-repair just to make sure that doesn't drop below the dice. There we go. Cycle.
Feel the components on your skin. No one else can do it for you.
Oh, that's much better dice. Right. I'm gonna finish off helping the dust houses, I think, if I can then. Yes, so we did get the positive last time because we're getting the positive speech. Yeah. And there's the neutral. You work carefully to set up the new green dust houses with greenway plants, building out gardens of fungi and tubers. Let's reroll our 1 for another 1. Really, game?
Yes,
Hacks.
it's 1 for 1 today.
Fair enough. Got the negative outcome again, but it did give us a tiny bit of energy. We could get a snack. Get where I can eat exactly in the...
It's at the place where the... But yeah, well, I suppose, yes.
There we go.
I'm going to say it's the place where it was like a commune and you did work for them. But yes, I take it we're doing this so we get 5 dice still, because we need to have plenty of dice to be able to get through everything.
Yeah, that's the hope.
God, I wish I could do 5 things a day.
We'll finish off the greening step. There we go, we have done it. We filled out that ticker.
You sit in one corner of the dust house and inspect your work. This dust house, the one where plants from the greenway and some of the steppe species intermingle, has become your favourite, the moss and dust sharing the space in curving terraces. The pale knots of steppe silk freckled with yellowing lichel symbiotes. It is a hypnotic arrangement.
Sounds interesting.
You look down and see the intertwining of fungal threads and dust-caked roots and feel a little glow of pride at what has been achieved. You hear the entry lock of the dust house hiss open, and assuming it is Aki, turn to greet her.
Oh, it's not. It's the old scientist lady, Sleeper. I should have known you'd be here.
Rico smiles her warm smile, leaning on her crutch.
You must be one of the most green-fingered people on the station.
Beyonce, Rico! Or what are you doing here?
We'll go for Rico.
That's friendlier, I think, isn't it?
Now, has it been so long?
She smiles a wry smile.
No need for any drama. I met some of the steppe refugees in the Greenway. They were gathering plants and I confronted them. Turns out they were very friendly.
She smiles to herself.
Aki was very apologetic and I told them they were welcome to anything they liked. She told me I'd be welcome to come see and well, I thought I'd take her up on the offer.
She looks around the dust house with its strange hybrid ecosystem.
I have to say I'm glad I did.
You know Aki? Oh, I'm glad too.
Yeah, we'll say that. I can see that.
Rico limps over to you. She holds out a hand.
How about you take me on a tour?
You take Rico's hand and walk her around the hybrid dust house. You show her how the steppe silk knots help provide a strong base for fungal and lichel growths. Is it lichel or lichel? It must be, because it's lichen, so it's lichel, lichel?
Yeah. You can also ask the internet if you want.
We'll just go with lichel for now. And lichel growths, and how the dust mixes with the spores. You show her the different species of steppe tubers and the way they feed the soil with nutrients that help herbaceous greenway plants thrive. She nods along, her eyes bright with ideas. She stops after a while and gestures for you to sit together.
I know something is happening with the eye, Sleeper.
She looks out at the plants.
We all felt the flux event hit, and everyone is talking about what's next. I came out here to figure something out, to understand what I might do about it all.
You glance at her and see the glossiness in her eyes.
And I think I have decided. What you have done here, what Aki and the other steppe refugees have done here, is incredible. A whole new ecosystem built from the strange, artificial, changed remains of 2 worlds. But I am not of 2 worlds. I am of the eye.
A tear runs down her cheek.
Like it or not, I am entwined with the station. I'm old growth. I don't have that much time anymore, and it seems to accelerate with every cycle.
She frowns.
It blurs together, separates. overlaps, comes back to me in strange ways. The time I do have, that's time I want to spend on the eye, in the greenway, watching things grow.
She wipes her cheek.
One day I'll lie in those fields and not get back up.
She smiles. The tear tracks down both cheeks.
And when the green takes me, I'll be so glad.
You should tell her about the gardener and go like, he'll digitise you, it's fine. You could leave or I'll miss you.
I mean, she was there. We did sort of go like, you look. I don't think it's going to happen for her, admittedly, but I'll miss you. I think she knows she's not leaving.
Rico smiles.
The feeling is mutual, Sleeper.
She wipes her eyes and turns to you.
But that's enough of me blubbering on about it.
She furrows her brow.
What I want to know is, what are you planning?
Well, what are we planning? Are we thinking of going, staying, or not knowing?
We're staying. I think I am pretty sure I'm staying.
Rico smiles.
We all have to get to know ourselves, Sleeper, to know what it is that drives us. I'm sure you'll decide to act in the manner you know, but you also have to ask yourself why it is so.
She places a trembling hand on yours.
Don't neglect that. Oh!
She suddenly lifts both hands.
Don't let me forget this.
She reaches into her coat and pulls out a transparent bag of sporing club heads with carefully preserved root systems.
I did wonder about this, yeah. I'd like to plant these. If you go, you'll need them. Because the gardener produces our, synthesizing mushrooms.
She looks down at her feet.
And if you don't, well, maybe another sleeper will benefit.
She frowns.
I can offer that, at least. Oh. Because she still feels guilty, because she felt like she didn't help the other sleeper either. Just thank you.
She nods.
Don't thank me. These are yours by right.
Rico stands and limps over to a pile of mulch. She delicately takes the club heads out and beds them into the soil there, with precise, expert hands.
You should go, Sleeper. I'll be a while.
She calls back, not looking away from the job at hand.
See you around.
She says it casually, but there's a note of finality to her speech.
We've got goodbye, Rico. See you around, or just leave. See you around.
You turn and leave the dust house, cycling through the protective lock, back into the cool quiet of the ship, locking her inside. She doesn't have her own card. I kid. Aki is waiting for you.
It's beautiful.
She is looking through the observation window and the green reflects in her eyes.
And the plants look happy together.
She spots Rico with her hands in the soil.
Ah, the botanist came.
She shoots you a look.
A friend of yours?
Something like that, or more than that.
Let's say more. She was great, yeah.
She nods.
She speaks beautifully about the Greenway. I should go in and welcome her.
She pauses.
Are you leaving us?
Yes, sir. For now.
Yes.
Aki sighs.
The first of many goodbyes.
She suddenly embraces you, wrapping you in her layers of rough cloth. Well, that was hard to say. She pulls back.
I wish you a steady step and a clear path.
She smiles.
A farewell from my world. And we can wish her the same. Thank you.
Oh, Godspeed.
Godspeed. I wish you the same.
She nods and smiles one last warm smile before turning and entering the dust house. You watch as she walks inside, Rico turning with a smile to greet her. She kneels beside the old botanist and you see her pointing to the club heads, asking questions.
You are unable to hear them, but despite that, you can easily imagine the measured, even tone, laced with excitement that Rico is using to explain the club heads, the Greenway, and much, much more. You turn, leaving them to their conversation. Your step is light, despite the burdens you carry, and the smile Rico and Aki were sharing is somehow still on your lips as you depart. So that is it for that middle ship.
Oh.
Yes, I suppose we can still help the pilgrim. Done a little. I think we mostly did the left one. Let's use our really good one on the right. The evacuees will need many supplies for the trip to the Starwood Belt, and they have to be hauled aboard in only a few cycles.
Positive outcome. You hit a good rhythm, and soon the supplies are heading out to all corners of the Pilgrim Seed. This can work.
Yeah. Should I risk the 3 or re-roll all 3?
I would re-roll all 3.
Oh, much better, yeah.
As planned.
There's another one.
Another +2 to Pilgrim Prep. 2 more.
I think we'll be able to do it now, yeah. I don't think there's
Yet 2 more,
any way we can fail. We have filled up the Pilgrim
Prepping
Prep.
the motherfucking
They'll
pilgrims.
take the majority of the evacuees off the eye.
Boom.
They just keep coming. Perhaps the Flux event scared enough people that they really believe the eye will collapse. Perhaps they are sick of Havenage, of the Council's infighting and the hardliners. Or perhaps they just want to take a chance at some new future. A place that is anywhere but here. Whatever it is, the evacuees don't stop. They come on the flotilla's shuttles on their own ships, however they can. You've seen so many faces pass that they are almost meaningless now, afraid of features that seem both familiar and distant. You've been helping people, lifting bags, bringing in supplies, directing them to the berths you helped build. Some of them recoil from your touch, still unfamiliar with sleepers. Others treat you with pity, some with hate, snatching back their bags and storming off, the weirdos. Still you help, still you carry boxes and bags. Nothing can stop you. You don't look for Saul, you know he is busy, just like you, trying to make this thing work, trying to fit as many people as will come onto the Pilgrim Seed. You know you will see him before all this is over.
You keep working, but there's something in the back of your mind, something eating away at you. You try to push it to the back of your thoughts, but it keeps coming back. The eye is over. That is the thought. That the eye, even if the Flux doesn't get it, is on its way out. How can it survive when these floods of people are leaving it behind? It's a thought that troubles you, because it makes you question why you have held on here so long, in a place that seems so temporary for so many people. Are you just a stubborn idiot? Someone who didn't get the message? Or are you strong, committed for lasting the storm, for seeing the collapse coming and facing it head on? Because there is something you are sure of now. This place, like all places, is temporary.
I mean, I think we both sort of feel like if there's a chance to stop the Flux, we should, because surely it will keep coming.
If we can just get it to flux off, then yeah.
And as each face passes you, each family packs up and gets on board the Pilgrim Seed, it feels even more temporary, ever more fragile.
Which means it either desperately needs protecting, or it desperately needs to be left behind.
The choice is yours.
Is it?
Apparently, so we've
I thought we were supposed to be trying to do both.
Right. And then I suppose I should fill this in at the very least.
Is this Peak's plan?
Yeah.
Yes, we haven't been doing that.
No, I did feel like I wanted to help the evacuees, and that ticker is so big. And we have a +2 to this, which when they don't need it 3 and 3, we'll probably be done it quite quickly. But yes, for now, we do need to...
I worry that it's trying to make you pick one, and you won't have enough time to do both, and one of them will be multiple stages.
Maybe, yeah.
We'll see.
We will see. We are now starving, and we only have
4
4 dice. Yes, yeah.
Next time we sleep,
We need scrap.
Injecty.
Oh, yes, we can just use the injector. I mean, Emphas is still here. I did just sort of expect all the ships gonna shops start like closing up, you know. Them as the. Yes, they are done. Their ticker. kind of surprised nothing ever happened at the Havenage offices, but then maybe it is just waiting for the
I think you've kind of hit the end of the game, and now you're just
sticker.
doing the DLC.
Yeah, we did rather sort of streamline it a
You'll
bit.
get the ending after the DLC, presumably.
But yes, let's devise a strategy with Peak. We have very good dice.
You show the latest data to Peak and their eyes light up. They have seen something, but what is it?
And again, this should also just be the positive. Yep, same again. I will re-roll. That should do it. We'll use that fog. And we filled it up all in one night.
Peak beckons you over the wide mess table where they've set up a terminal. The hours of bleary-eyed work have left you both drained, and Peak looks ready to collapse. You slide onto the curved couch beside them, something dark and malevolent filling their screen like an oil stain.
We have the Shadow Protocol. I'm sick of looking at this thing. I'll stay silent. Shadow Protocol. Not quite.
Peak's eyes seem to glitter in the screen light.
This isn't what you think, Sleeper, not by a long shot.
You look again at the screen, leaning in close to the dark curved shape to see its texture. You see whirls and currents like a river, a dark flow unlike the Shadow Protocol's dark tangle. You know exactly what this is.
Oh.
You have swum in this river, almost drowned in its shifting flow. It is the Gardener's Chorus, the dark cloud which blankets the Greenway's networks, the bioorganic morass of a malfunctioning protocol grown vast and strange.
Because I did mention last time that it's like we saved like most of the ship's system because you had to start the new event quest to deal with all the other bits and bobs, and we did it all. But
So
yeah.
we've got the sort of the snake approach, the gardener, and then we've got the I know this place, which sounds a bit more like Theoden from Lord of the Rings.
What would you like?
The gardener.
The gardener.
Peak glances at you.
How do you... Have you met them?
God, I have, or why are you showing me this?
I have.
Peak shakes their head.
Incredible. Then perhaps you won't be surprised by what I am about to propose.
Are they going to get down on one knee? Peak meets your eye.
Everything I have tried to do to contain the Shadow Protocol has been a failure. It slips through any containment, absorbs any countermeasure. That, unfortunately, is an unavoidable fact. And yet, the eye still spins. The Shadow Protocol is being slowed, partially contained. It is spread across the station, as we have seen, but in reduced pockets, in fragments. So I started to look outside of our test cases, outside of these fragments. We have been poking and prodding in our little lab.
Peak smiles.
And look what I found.
Peak taps a key on their terminal, and you realise the screen is showing a recording of the data flow inside the eye's networks, sampled from hundreds of points around the Greenway. You watch as a subtle shift occurs at the edge of the flowing dark curve that blankets the Greenway. Something spreading like an ink stain. Somehow, darker than black, it bleeds across. The Shadow Protocol.
It's weird that it's just the Greenway they're focusing on, because the Neo-Vend thing, we have the Navigator was what that system ended up being called. But it's like, can you just have not done that, I suppose? So maybe it doesn't focus on it.
Sort of having each individual element
I
instead.
guess, yeah. Now watch.
Peak eagerly points at the screen. You see something strange, a fizzing at the edge of the shadow, a sparking, and then it is gone. And beneath, for a moment, a millisecond, you see into the networks of the Greenway. You are reminded of an image you had forgotten, of pulling a plant from its pot and seeing a bone-white root ball where you expected to see dark soil. The white connections writhe like worms, and then it is gone. the dark floor closing up as quickly as it opened.
And we've got, what did I just see? Oh, it dissolved the shadow. It dissolved the shadow. Exactly.
Peak nods.
It protected itself.
You think back to your meeting with the gardener, to that sense of something old and world and inhuman to its core. Peak excitedly starts to explain.
This is the only chance we have, the only countermeasure we have seen. In the moment it opened, I detected something. A centralized intelligence with the local ID gardener. This protocol, this system, whatever it is, can protect its network from the shadow protocol. But if it stays in the greenway, the eye will still fall. The station's systems are too exposed, too spread across the hub, the shipyards, the spokes.
Peak glances away.
The only way is to break it open, to spread the entity's network, access it, expand it somehow.
Peak pauses.
We want to let the gardener out, and I've been inside there, Peak. You want to let the gardener out?
Peak stands up and walks away a little. They lean against the countertop, their head hanging so low that their long hair touches the work surface. You hear them breathing deeply.
I don't know, Sleeper.
They lift their head.
I really don't know. We've got it's a chance. It's okay. And stay silent. It's a chance. Maybe.
They shake their head. You know as well as Peak that this is it. You know it because over the past cycles you have run every simulation, every possibility you could think of and still come up with nothing. You have stared a hole into your screen and dreamt of that black shadow creeping in at the edges of your vision. Peak recognizes the look in your eyes, the potent cocktail of resignation and anger.
Let's say we do this.
Peak begins, eyeing you carefully.
What do we need?
They begin to answer their own question, thinking out loud.
I suppose we need to do two things. Find a way to limit or control the gardener's spread, and then reconnect the greenway.
Peak starts pacing, the ideas coming quickly now.
Controlling the spread means preparing the station. Limit the gardener's network to key systems. We don't want it taking everything. We just need it to protect the station's core functionality. Then we need to reconnect the greenway, hook it back up to the main line of the network. Those systems we prepared, they should connect, and Gardener will spread along the paths we prepared. At least, that is my theory.
Peak grimaces.
And if we don't prepare correctly, the Gardener might not spread, or it might spread to everything.
They close their eyes.
And after that, things might get worse.
We've got, it can't be worse than a total collapse. That's the risk, or I'm not sure.
It is the risk, but we're trying something, right? I think that's the risk.
Peak nods.
One hell of a risk.
Peak sits back at the terminal and brings up a map of the eye.
Rotational control at the hub, life support at the free spoke, power routing at the haven and shipyards.
They stab at the map with each one, marking them in red.
Then there's the central core, as I understand it, is somewhere on the rim. I'd need to find it.
They push their hair out of their face.
We seed the gardener in all these places. But how are we going to do that?
Transplant the gateway, or bait the gardener's attention.
I mean, the gardeners seem to just always do their own thing, so I think we need to move bits of the greenway, right? So it thinks it's somewhere it needs to go.
Maybe.
That's what I'm going for.
Peak smiles.
Of course, the gardener needs plants to care for. That is what their protocol dictates. They must have been part of the farming management systems of the Eye, back when Solheim built it. We seed the greenway plants into those systems, and the gardener will seek them out, protect them.
Peak stares at the map of the eye.
It's a wild idea, but it could work. But
They pause.
we'll need a way into those systems. Havenage have most of them locked down for safety purposes. We can't just walk in. Oh my god.
I know a guy.
Is it finally time for Ashton to come back?
Peak raises an eyebrow.
Someone in the Havenage Systems team?
You nod. After everything he dragged you through, you feel like Feng still owes you.
Was it Feng? Who was
Time
Ashton?
to pay him. I don't know. Time to pay him a visit.
Oh, okay.
Feng's the one who. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay, well,
Peak looks at you sideways.
I guess we should pay him a visit. Lead the way.
You both leave the ship, carried forward by the excitement of the plan and an eagerness to not look at the details too closely.
Like who the fuck Ashton was.
You push any lingering questions of Ashton to the back of your mind. Time to head to Feng's Bay.
I'm sorry, Feng, yeah. Admittedly, there are some characters right from the beginning of the game that, yeah, we just haven't heard from. This is what I was waiting for.
Still the same.
No, I think it's now that they're going, I think.
Oh,
So
okay.
the ticker's done. Right, Feng's Bay, the Havenage System Department. Oh, we have to find
right.
Feng.
Find Feng. Feng isn't in his bay, and no one in the office upstairs seems to know where he is. Your lone clue is an out-to-lunch note.
This is going to tick over a difficult man. Feng is both never where he says he'll be and always late. While this is no surprise, now is not the moment for wasting time. I'm going to give it a go.
This is what I meant by this will be like multiple steps.
Maybe, yeah. We got the positive, a plus. You dig around Feng's Bay and find some notes that mention the flux. What is he working on? Probably also his own countermeasure. So we will briefly stop in here. So you think I should just take a stabilizer?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Boom.
I'll have a brief nap. Hopefully Peak doesn't mind. Much better dice.
And hopeful music.
That's done. That's it. No more wasting time.
Peak sighs and pulls out their slate. They crack open a box on the side of the bay's shutter and wire the slate to what's inside.
Maybe your friend has a Havenage pass card or something inside.
Peak shoots you a glance.
Something they won't mind if we borrow. We've got let's wait, or fine, but be quick. I don't know, do you think Feng would mind?
I don't think waiting would help.
Okay, let's be quick.
I think he's busy trying to, find a solution.
Yeah, he's also doing work on it.
Peak nods without looking up.
I'm going as quick as I can.
After a few tense moments, the shutter jerks and begins grinding open, the noise making you jump.
Let's get inside.
Peak glances around.
Quickly. You slip into the dark of the bay, punctuated by the... I'm kind of assuming it's Feng. Punctuated by the blinking lights of Feng's piles of servers, somehow even more disordered than before.
Peak makes a beeline for the desk at the centre, scattered with tools and components. They flick on a lamp and stare at the mess.
Are you sure this person can help us? Yes, they helped us. You are interrupted by the sound of footsteps from the entrance. Someone has come in behind you. Peak freezes.
I could swear I closed the shutter when I left.
Feng leans on a stack of servers near the entrance.
Must be getting forgetful.
He grins at you. Yes, he is Feng, a Havenage systems engineer. Feng!
The very same?
Feng smiles. Feng raises an eyebrow.
Thought you'd come rob an old friend. Is that the plan?
We need your help. But where have you been? We need your help. Feng nods.
You're here about the flux.
Darn tootin'. Peak nods and is suddenly giving Feng their full attention. Feng smiles, pleased with himself.
I guessed as much. I saw changes in the old system architectures almost immediately. Some of them have been running since the first days of the station, and so when I saw new patterns, shifts in logics, I knew something must have happened. These past cycles I've been doing a total inventory of the core systems, from the hub to the rim.
He grins.
I've surprised myself, to be honest. I didn't think I had it in me. Peak seems unamused.
And what did you find? Feng sighs.
Oh, that's the thing. There's something all twisted up in the systems and protocols, but every time I look at it,
it disappears.
Peak finishes.
Feng turns to you.
Do they always do that? Peak ignores him.
It's a shadow protocol. It masks itself somehow, bedding into the gaps between the systems in the negative space. It is slowly filling every station in this, every system in the station, slowly taking over, and we need to stop it. You need to grant us access to all the core systems of the station, rotational control, life support. That's a big ask, Peak. Feng holds up a hand.
Whoa. Slow down there. I don't even know your name.
Feng shakes his head.
And you were asking for the keys to the castle? Can't be done.
You can trust Peak, but Feng, it's me. Feng pauses and glances between both of you.
How long have you known this one, Sleeper? I know I owe you, but I also know that you trust too easily, sorry to say it.
Nope.
Peak cuts in.
I can vouch for myself. I came to the Eye on the run from the XPR colony Hawthorne with the intent to keep running until we hit the Starwood Belt. But since I have been here, I have done everything in my power to protect this place. I have helped to stabilize the refugee flotilla, to investigate the flux, to identify and make a plan to purge the Shadow Protocol from the station's systems. Meanwhile, Havenage has done everything to stop and slow these actions. I have proven myself as a friend to the people of this station, not the administration, many times over, and I will not be doubted by someone who wears the badge of this corrupt administration.
Peak fixes Feng with a hard look.
Feng looks down at his Havenage jacket and shrugs.
This is all I have in my wardrobe.
I see.
Look, I have no love for the council either, friend, but someone has to run this place, and that someone is me.
Feng walks over to the workbench where you are both standing and digs a slate out of the pile of tools.
You want to prove yourself? Show me.
Pete grabs the slate and you recognize the tangled form of a flux node on the screen. Pete immediately starts tapping away at it, its tendrils unwinding, and the shadow just slightly delayed, slipping out of sight. Feng leans in.
Interesting,
he says to himself. Before long, Peak has unfolded the system completely, and it lies splayed out like an unwound ball of string. At the center, with nowhere left to hide, is the dark stain of the Shadow Protocol, visible for all to see.
What now?
Feng asks, his eyes fixed on the screen.
How do you kill it?
We've got you can't, that's why we are here. Let's let Peak answer. She's in her moment. There's one entity on the station that we have seen purging the shadow. The gardener. Feng frowns.
Who's that? Some Greenway hacker? Peak glances at you.
More like an avatar of the Greenway itself. You explain the gardener to Feng, the feeling of descending into the flowing river of consciousness. You explain the networked chorus, the non-human collective of voices. You tell him of the forming AI's offer to you to be networked into the chorus, dissolved in its flow. Then you explain that by granting it access to the Eye's major networks, you hope to reinforce them. Feng is silent for a moment.
And you want to let this thing out?
He shakes his head.
That's the kind of stupid plan I'd dream up.
I mean, he pauses.
I like it.
He smiles.
This place is rammed with weird protocols and forgotten intelligences anyway. What's one more ghost in the machine?
We try to limit it, of course.
Peak explains.
That's why we want your help to access the Eye's major systems, to seed some of the gardener's spores into them, to draw the gardener's focus to these places. Feng whistles.
So, the way we save the eye is by growing mushrooms in all the surface stacks?
He glances at you.
Sleeper, congratulations, you found someone weirder than you.
Hey! Pete goes to argue, but Feng holds up a hand, and in it is an All Systems Havenage pass card with his picture on it.
Take it, before I change my mind.
We've got that's it, but thank you.
Don't mention it.
Feng gives you a look.
In all honesty, Sleeper, I was on my way back here to start tearing the place down. The Shadow Protocol had me spooked. So if you were telling me you have figured a way we might fight it...
He looks at Peak.
No matter how crazy, then I'm glad to help.
He smiles, a tight smile. What will you do now and come with us? I don't think he's planning to come with us. What will you do now?
I was going to say, I think it would be nice to offer anyway. I have to keep on with my work here. Strengthen those systems, back up the data. The worst comes to the worst, I'll need to rebuild. I won't let this place die. The last pieces of my parents are here, among the data.
No, that's sensible. Make as much data on safer media, I'm assuming, as you can, yeah. Goodbye, Feng. Feng embraces you firmly.
Stay safe, Sleeper.
You take the card and leave the bay with Peak. Once you are outside, they stop you. We should split up.
Peak looks worried.
We've wasted enough time as it is. Head to the facilities in the hub, the Free Spoke and the far side of the shipyard. Seed the gardener there. I'm going to go find the core control center that's somewhere on the rim.
They hold up their slate.
I'll send you a message on your slate when I have something. Good luck.
They squeeze your shoulder and you exchange fearful looks. You know, deep down, that Peak isn't sure this will work, but they have decided to act, to move with confidence, and for that confidence you are very thankful.
How do we get gardener's seeds, though, right? Oh, am I just looking to do this bit?
Would it be in your drive?
It's the one we have selected.
Well, it's that one then.
Life support, key station facility.
They did say we would have to put it on all of the different systems, so yeah.
So we need spores. Okay.
Do we have any?
No, that's the thing. And then is there one up here? There is one up here.
Rotational control. Life support. What was the other one they said? Or was it just the two? I thought it was like 3.
No, I think there's 3. I'll just let you know when I spot it. I'm not sure, you know. Either way, yes, I need the spores, don't I? That's 2. That's another 2. Ah, a 1. I'm just going to risk it, you know. Ah, thank you,
More
game.
spores.
Very generous.
How many did you need? 1?
No, that's the thing. I'll show you when we get there.
Is it 2 each or something?
The ticker's 3. Seed life support, implanting spores from the greenway into the station's life support control system feels like madness. Is this really the solution?
And that gets you systems seeded, which is the 3 systems I would have thought. To have any hope of controlling or limiting gardeners' spread, core systems of the eye need to be seeded.
I mean, maybe it is. I just assumed we'd need 3. Yeah. Oh no, that is... The garden is implanted, now it must grow. Fair enough, so I don't need all of these. So there is 3. Oh, did that just make the other one appear? Oh. No.
And it's crossed out, so you can't... So yes, we do have to seed the 3 different locations. So you may have overseeded.
I guess.
Overspored. think we've got spore them we seeded.
I can put them in my own garden.
I'm just liking these. Okay, fine. Spores from the greenway implanted here will seed a garden that the gardener... I can't say gardener.
It's an odd word, to be fair.
Will seed a garden that the gardener will be forced to protect. At least, that's the theory.
Here we go. The garden is implanted now. It must grow.
So there's another location, right?
Ah, right, here at the end.
Power
routing, key station facility. Implanting greenway spores into the system here should bait the gardener into extending their protection to this vital system. Also, it might ask me for more later, so I will keep them for now, just in case.
I don't think there's any harm in having them. It's just you might have prematurely used all your dice.
The garden is implanted now. It must grow.
Come back in a week. As you leave, the slate peak gives you chirps insistently. You check and see a message.
Found a possible entry to the core facility in the low end. Meet me there ASAP. Peak.
A blinking marker gives their position as on the free spoke side of the main block. Better head to the low end.
Here we are. Peak.
You arrive at the coordinates given by Peak's slate, a run-down but active corner of the low end, where a short glass-roofed alley turns off from one of the main thoroughfares. You wait in the mouth of the alley, leaning against the wall and watching the street life go by. Children hop across grids scratched into metal floor plates, playing games of their own devising, while older residents sit and talk or play tavla. It's hard to believe that all this is a threat. It seems so concrete, so real. How can some intangible protocol erase all this? As you are watching, a voice calls out to you from one of the tavla tables set up along the way.
What do you think, Peak or Caster?
Caster.
There it is, it's Caster. You move a little closer and recognize the sitting player immediately. Caster sits, tavla pieces and board ready in front of him, smiling at you.
What do he sound like?
Like, I don't know, honestly.
Sleeper, my partner has not arrived for our usual game. Come, please, take her place.
He beckons you over, standing and nudging you to sit down with him.
A rematch is in order. You owe me a game.
Okie dokie. Almost immediately, Caster begins the game. Everyone on the eye knows how to play tavla. The methodical movement of the counters across the triangular points, a ready fit for the rhythm of life on the ramshackle space station. So is it backgammon? Right.
No, but it's in space, so it's probably like forward gammon.
Most games begin in the same way, with each player moving with independence, focused only on achieving their optimal early game setup. But there is a moment in each game where it becomes necessary to notice the other player, to anticipate the crossing of the counters across the board. A point of contact when routine becomes negotiation, and negotiation becomes conflict. As this moment arrives, this subtle shift in the texture of the interaction, Caster begins to speak.
I find myself surprised by you continually, Sleeper.
He looks over his glasses at you.
The way you conduct yourself, for example, suggests an anxious refrain, a defensive, protective quality. But in your tavla game...
He pauses to move a counter.
I see only risk.
What are you talking about? Have you been watching me? He's always watching. Stay silent.
There's no option for... No, that's a different game. You have to build up on Europe.
What do you think?
What are you talking about? Risk, Sleeper. I'm talking about risk. Risk is of course necessary to play tavla. To move a piece is to expose it, but it should be done with calculation, with proper analysis. Then, if the piece is taken...
Caster moves a counter, taking one of yours with a practiced swap, placing it beside the board.
It is already accounted for. But you move forward with abandon, as if risk was just a secondary effect of action, a consequence, not its primary guide.
He gestures for you to take your turn.
A cause.
I should really be going. I play my way. Silently play. I play my way. He smiles.
Indeed, indeed. That's all I seek.
You move your piece.
This locks you into being reactive. If you don't mind me saying so, you are responding, which means you are being led.
He leans back to consider the board.
This place, it mirrors you, Sleeper. It's also reactive. It was born from a crisis, the collapse of Solheim, and ever since it has been reacting without any central guiding principle. No analysis, no calculation. Just look at our refugee crisis, for example. It's all reaction, all risk-taking, a little risk calculation. At first I found the chaos enlivening, especially when you're trying to track its outcomes, but now, exhausting.
He laughs.
It always amuses me that this place is literally spun from the rim. Below this very stack of habitation blocks is the most important control facility on the Eye.
Oh.
Spun from the rim.
He laughs again.
What better metaphor could you find for disorder?
His face drops.
Why am I telling you that? That facility is precisely why you are here.
He smiles an unsettlingly warm smile. You feel a shiver through your body as if something has changed in the air. How do you know about this? What is this? Or just get up and leave. What is this? No words come out of your mouth. You feel removed from yourself, watching from behind frosted glass. Your eyes dart side to side. Inertia sets in.
Is it the thing he gave us before?
Maybe. Castor is still smiling.
The risk you're planning to take here, Sleeper, is not yours to take.
Castor's tone is unshifted. He speaks as if this is still some casual conversation between passing acquaintances.
You are leaping towards a chaotic outcome with no respect for risk. You see, calculating outcomes, that's my speciality. That's why I am here. I was hired as a conduit for risk, as a collector of data that might pertain to its arrival.
He removes his glasses to clean them, and you see something flicker across their surface, a shimmering stream of characters.
This system, this station, is already theirs. Solheim's collapse meant a corporate fire sale, assets changed hands. My employers, Stat, bought out the entire system, and for the past decades have been its one valid owner.
Oh, he polishes his glasses diligently.
But to possess this system, the H1 system,
He pauses.
Hellion to you, well, that is a matter of risk, of how much force, how much cost, how much conflict a clearance would take.
He replaces his glasses.
That risk must be calculated against the favourable outcome. In short, how much is this place worth to us? For a long time, the answer was nothing. H1 could offer nothing that would warrant the risk. But the markets change, the demands shift, and Stat, we analyse, we follow, we respond.
He puts his glasses back on his face.
H1 is about to become the most important system in this part of the galaxy.
He glances around.
The lone CAN channel operating within range of 7 or so newly surveyed resource-rich systems. The frontier town that feeds the gold rush, so to speak.
Yeah, but there has to be a station here, Castor.
So here we are, re-evaluating the risk, reclaiming our property, starting up the CAN channel, clearing the way for what comes next.
Oh, he sits back looking at the board. He gestures.
Your move.
There, they are. It is what I said last time. Someone is starting up the CAN channel deliberately. It's not just like a freak accident. So we've got Senate status causing the flux. You will kill thousands or take your move. Oh, I mean, take your move's cooler, right? What do you think?
I don't know. I would ask if they're causing the flux because they might go Oh no, that's someone else. We just want the can channel back
Okay.
up again.
I'll ask then. You managed to force out the words. Castor looks a little surprised.
Senate stat is acting to reclaim their property from illegal occupation, to re-establish H1 as the foremost colony of the surrogacy program. Of course, I do not need to explain myself to you, but in the role as an analyst in my calculations, I see great promise in you, in your ability to enter systems, to shift them to your will. Not every sleeper has this capacity. I assume you know that.
He smiles.
It truly is a wonderful happenstance of SNOP's technology. I imagine they are not fully aware of it. Even they.
He takes his move, claiming another of your pieces. And as you watch, you realize the inevitability of his victory.
I will make you an offer. To come willingly or come by force. This system will collapse. We can be sure of that. But your ability to work with data, well, for an analyst, that is very intriguing.
He pauses to push his glasses up his nose.
Yes, very intriguing indeed.
He glances around.
Come with me as a collaborator, or as a prisoner. Consider the risk. On one hand, almost certain death. On the other, a possible future. Analyst or not, you must see it. Speak now, stranger. The game is forfeit, you must see that.
He holds out a hand.
You are of value. You are needed.
Part of me does go, so if I'd never found the Lemon Mina quest, would he not have been able to freeze us in place, or would that still happen?
I don't know.
You feel a slight release in the inertia that grips you, enough to allow you to speak, to respond. You realize that you are already in Castor's hands, that you cannot move from this place if you wanted. Sleeper,
You hear the familiar voice above the crowds.
Sleeper, I'm here.
You are unable to turn your head to see Peak, but you notice Castor's eyes following them as they come up from behind you. Then you see Castor's eyes glance down towards his hands concealed beneath the table.
Sleeper,
Peak comes around the front of you and waves a hand in your face.
we were supposed to be meeting, remember?
They glance at Castor.
Sorry, am I interrupting something? You...
You cannot speak.
Oh,
Castor
I was going to say, that's Castor that's going to talk. So.
Oh, sorry.
You cannot speak. Castor shoots Peak a wide smile.
Hello. You must be a friend of Sleeper.
You watch one of his hands lift, close to his body, some dark shape concealed in it, a weapon. You try to scream, to shout, but Castor's attention remains partially on you, and while it does, you can do nothing.
Peak glances at your static form.
What's happening here, Sleeper?
They put a hand on your shoulder.
Are you okay? As Peak stares into your eyes, you see Castor behind, his hand lifting, the dark object unfolding, and in the split moment it does, you feel his attention shifting to Peak, shifting away from you. As you do, you feel the inertia lifting and you know this is the only moment you will have to act.
We can scream, or we can shove.
We're gonna shove, we're gonna see what happens.
You lurch forward wildly, like a sprung trap. Your head strikes Peak's chest and then carries them back into Castor. Somewhere, some digital screech is echoing through the walkway. They tumble together, and the object in Castor's hand skitters across the floor. You realise the screech is you. You get to your feet, grab Peak, and run.
Yeah.
You run as hard as you can, the scream chasing you down the walkway as you shove through the residence, Peak dragged behind. You run from the cold grip of whatever power Castor had over you, the signals that locked you into this body of yours, that broke the connections and crawled up your spine. Eventually you stop, both you and Peak collapsing, heaving, breathing into the cold metal floor. When they are able to speak, Peak asks you to explain, and you tell them everything Castor told you. About Senate Stat, about their claim on the Hellion system, their reactivation of the Khan channel, the Hellion system's growing importance. It flows out of you in desperate gulps, unable to believe your own mouth as you hear these words coming back to you. All you feel is the need to push back against the cold hand on your shoulder, the vast, cold eye that has turned to look at this system, the ghost limbs of corporate control that are extending their reach.
In the end, the bad guy really was capitalism.
Peak is quiet for a long time. Then they speak.
We have to finish this, Sleeper.
They meet your eye.
We have to complete the seeding of the systems. We have to set Gardner free. We've got, it's too dangerous. Oh, you're right. You're right. If the choice is between Gardner and these people, I will choose Gardner every time.
Their eyes are cold and steely.
I would choose anything over them.
You stand together.
The final control facility is here. I found it.
Peak looks at you grimly.
I can take you as soon as you are ready.
Time's almost up. This is the only shot you'll have.
It's cleared like a bunch of the stuff out of the middle, I felt. Yes, this is the... Sorry, what did it say? It was Control Facility, Erlen's Eye Control Center, which just happens to be in the low end. So we have 2 repeatable actions. Hack Facility, hack a voice, we're trying to get in. And these are powered terminals in the derelict parts of the low end. Accessing them is dangerous, but will be faster than wandering.
Or Explore Facility, which is Intuit. You find the core of the facility, you'll need to trace... To find the core of the facility, you'll need to trace a path between Peak's backdoor entry and the derelict levels below.
Giggity.
I was trying not to
I
giggle.
know.
All this talk of seeding facilities.
Both of these are ticking over. Crack the facility. The facility Peak has led you to is decaying, derelict, but they promise the core is still active. You just have to find it. But we need to go to bed, so that will happen next time.
We should eat food.
Yeah, that's fair too. He's just here, Emphas. Oh, no, that was the wrong thing.
We can fabricate a shipmind if you want.
I mean, we have one. We kept it just in case. Let's have a little fungus. We gotta have fun some way. We'll feed our cat as well. They deserve it. A little last feed of the cat and end the cycle. We should still get 5 dice.
Yeah. Oh, they're terrible.
They are not great, admittedly, but we can use one. I'll do the hacking. With a 5, we can only get positive. You find an old Solheim map terminal and manage to boot it back up. A skeletal map of the facility unfolds for you.
We're in.
Should we just re-roll everything, I take it, yeah?
I would.
3 1s and a 2. Oh, become much better dice. Let's try the one on the right as well.
You find an emergency access elevator that is still powered and descend further towards the core.
So risk the 3 to be honest.
Yes, looks like we're at the Bon Jovi point, and now we've
That was the neutral outcome.
So we only get 1 crack.
You work your way through derelict layers in search of the core, following active lights and doors. And I will keep the 1, because I will just use that to...
Sunbathe.
Sunbathe, is it?
Which basically feeds you a bit.
Neutral energy, yeah. The scrap. Because I'm like, in 3 turns the scrap thing will come, but yeah, we're not too worried, I don't think. We are racing to the finish line. Just managing to keep those 5 dice.
%75% done. Oh, very nearly there. Did you re-roll those?
I did. 3 2s became a 6 4 and 1, and we did it. We're in. Sleeper, here.
Peak calls to you from across the flickering corridor.
An elevator to the car.
They smile.
This is it.
It has been a long set of cycles hunting for a path through the derelict layers of old Solheim offices and workshops, but finally, here it is, the path down to the core. You rush over to Peak. As you do so, the doors grind open, the dingy-looking elevator flickering as they do. You look at Peak, who nervously gestures for you to get in.
We're not going to tell them you first. We'll get in.
The elevator bounces a little but stays stable. You glance back to see Peak watching you nervously. They follow you in, sheepishly.
Just a little nervous.
Peak reaches over and punches the button for the lowest level, flinching a little as the doors grind closed. The elevator sets off, screeching through the floors as it does at an unsettlingly loud volume.
Screech! You can imagine that. I'd feel more comfortable if we spoke.
Peak raises their voice over the noise.
It's not going to be a short trip.
We've got, "How's Ash? Do you think this will work? Have you heard of Senate Stat?"
Have you heard of Senate Stat, actually? I might like to plug them for information.
Peak thinks.
Maybe once.
They frown.
Could have been mentioned in an XPR news packet, the kind the central administration sent out to us. Something about market analytics, I think.
And just like real-life analytical companies are evil, they shake their head.
When you have spent so much time trying to forget your past, this stuff isn't easy to dredge up. How's Ash?
Peak pauses.
I was thinking more like small talk, elevator talk.
They sigh.
She is packing.
They rub their eyes.
Once Ash has set her mind on something, well, you know her now. You know what I mean.
The screeching of the elevator fills the silence.
Yeah, we've got, will you leave with her, and can she be persuaded to stay? I think the answer is no to both, but what do you think? Which one should I ask?
Can she be persuaded to stay?
Yep.
I guess.
I doubt it. I really do.
Peak looks down.
She left her life behind to take me out of XPR, out of Hawthorne. I can't imagine her settling for just anywhere. To be honest, I can't see her letting me stay either. But I guess things have changed. Back then at Hawthorne, I wasn't in a place to know what to do. I was desperate. I was ready to run. But now?
Peak pauses.
Now I feel done with that. Done with denying my past, my history. If I ever want to feel complete, to feel settled, don't I need to somehow resolve the person I was with the person I am now?
Peak goes quiet, and you do too. There are too many possible questions, too many possibilities before you. It just seems easier to get on with the task at hand and leave the consequences for later. The elevator screams to a stop, and the doors ping open with a strangely cheerful beep. You glance at Peak. Time to move on. You both walk out into an atrium, still lit by some ragged-looking light panels on the ceiling, once simulating a summer sky now degraded into a flickering blue and white tapestry of glitches. Peak crosses quickly, making a beeline for the large doors on the far side, where you can make out a fading sign in massive, peeling letters. Central Control. You follow, helping them lever open the partially powered doors until the motors kick in and they spring to life, thudding open. You and Peak tumble through across the damp metal. As you stand, you are greeted by flickering lights, thousands of them. A vast, cylindrical stack of servers, processors and transmitters dominates the centre of the room, its flickering LEDs reflected in the scattered puddles that surround it. Despite the decay, the warped panels and water leaks, it's still running, just as it has for decades and decades since the station was first spun up. You wonder how long it has been since anyone has been in this room. You exchange wide-eyed looks with Peak. This place is a still living piece of history.
We've got what now? Oh.
What I'm
You
sure
gotta
that's what I
do the
could
lie.
What is this place? Peak stares.
One of the central facilities of the station, the primary one for the rim, it looks like.
They shake their head.
The heart of this place.
Peak takes a handful of mulch out from a small bag. It glitters with spores.
Oh, you brought some? Now we seed this place.
They cross to the server and start packing the mulch deep into the machinery,
That can't be good for it.
pushing fistfuls deep into gaps in the panelling, laying it across hardware. As you watch them doing this, you feel a tug, a thread pulling at you. You approach the vast piece of cylindrical hardware that Peak is stuffing mulch into. You run your hands across its plated metal surface and watch the lights blink in response. As you pass, you hear a whirring, like a physical disk drive starting up.
We are listening. The whirring shifts alternating, speeding up, slowing down, and as you listen, you hear it modulate into a voice. Oh, I don't know. Is it the gardener? I do not remember.
Sleeper,
You freeze.
you are here.
For a moment, you are afraid. Oh, it's the navigator. Oh, nice. But something in the tonality of the voice is familiar. Navigator, who, was one that we could have just ignored. So, there we go. Navigator, sentient guidance protocol. Another drive spins up and another, giving the voice a richer, multitonal sound.
What did Neoven sound like?
Like a cute...
And then we changed their voice
because
anyway.
they turned into like a giant celestial being, to be fair.
I mean,
do
I was
whatever you want.
going to give them the voice of like the Master Control Protocol from Tron, but it's like no, that probably doesn't work for the Navigator. I had forgotten what it felt like to speak like this.
The drives skip.
There is a certain quality to it, a certain physicality.
Oh God, what are you doing here? And why contact me like this? What are you doing here? The drives squawk in unison.
Did you imagine the Flux, the Shadow Protocol, that they were just a problem for the people of this station?
Your whining begins.
They are all the more dangerous to us. I have been in hiding once more, jumping from network to network to avoid the shadow as it eats up nodes.
A low rumble.
I had thought my hiding days were done. For the moment, I have found myself a safe haven here in the core. The shadow has yet to breach this facility, although that is a temporary state of affairs.
The rumble stops.
My predictions do not point to good outcomes.
That's why we are here, and we have a plan. You explained to Navigator about Peak's plan, about Gardener's resistance to the shadow, and how by seeding key systems you will protect them from its advance. The drives hum thoughtfully as you speak.
A desperate plan,
The drives whir.
but appropriate given the probability of total collapse.
Hell yeah.
I am not sure what will be worse for us, hiding from the erasure of the Shadow Protocol or the assimilation of Gardner.
The drives pause to reset.
But we owe you our freedom. I will do what I can to guide the Gardner into the systems you have seeded.
A pause.
It is correct to do so.
We've got thank you and be careful. Thank you. The drives squeak an affirmation.
You have notable persistence, Sleeper. Even with such poor probabilities of success, I will be curious to see the outcome.
The drives squeal, the motors giving out.
This cannot be sustained much longer.
Go, I will be fine, and good luck. Good luck. A final squeak of affirmation, and then the drives skitter and slow to a halt.
I should have done a computer revoice.
You step back from the towering cylinder, staring at this vast piece of Solheim hardware. This whole place is built from ghosts, you think, from old protocols and company hardware, from engines that drove decades of corporate expansion. Is the eye proof that they can be shifted, bent, forced into new configurations that allow for new ways of living? Or is its inevitable collapse proof that these engines of expansion can never be anything other than a corrupt foundation? It seems to depend on who you ask. Done.
Peak's shout breaks your line of thought.
The heat and damp should help the spores germinate quickly. If we are lucky, there is enough time for some growth before we reconnect the greenway.
They glance at you.
That's it. All the facilities seeded. We either just ensured the eye's survival or stuffed a whole lot of soil into one of the most important computers.
They laugh weakly.
Shall we go?
They start to head back towards the doors in the elevator beyond.
We can
Take
follow
one
and we
last
can
look.
take one last look.
Yeah.
You wait for a moment, following the blinking lights. You wonder what might be tucked away in such a structure, what secrets it might hold, what histories. It's an intriguing prospect, but while you watch the lights, you realize something. If the eye is to become anything more than an offshoot, a temporary structure, it must form its own history, its own stories, stronger than anything that came before. Unlocking these Solheim secrets won't do that, but the persistence, the stubborn drive to survive, that is in the vein of every person in this place. That will. And that is what you are trying to save. You turn your back on the call and follow Peak back into the elevator.
As you ride the car back up, Peak raises their voice over the screeching.
I'm going to the Founder's Gap to finalize the connection. The moment I'm ready, I'll let you know and we'll let the gardener out. The sooner the better.
Peak furrows their brow.
If we wait until the final cycle, it'll be too late. If you want to help speed things up, go work with the flotilla. We can't make the connection until we know that they are ready to go.
Peak swallows.
Unleashing Gardener could affect them too, if we aren't careful.
This will work, and what happens then? Yeah, give that one a go.
Yeah, what
I'm
happens
curious.
then?
Peak shrugs.
I don't honestly know. Maybe Gardener takes over the station. Maybe they don't even react. I can't think about it any longer.
You ride the rest of the way in silence. When you reach the top, you go your separate ways, but before you do, Peak embraces you, burying their face in your shoulder. You stand there together for a moment, spinning with the eye, moving relentlessly towards an unknown future. And then they let go and slip away, the pressure of their hug fading like a bruise as you begin to leave.
We did it.
Upgrade point!
We completed the saving the eye bit, so we
We've saved
had
it.
The other
That's
one,
the end of the game.
It's
we hope
not. No. I'd need one more point to get another one in engineer. No, I'm not going to bother with the keeping the dice even when we're breaking.
Are you going to take the last pill?
Oh, I don't know, because I can actually just salvage for scrap.
Can't we also just buy more pills? Can we exchange money for goods and services?
I think there was... Did they go no, we can't do that anymore because we ended the quest line with Selene? Yeah, that's not been an option for a while. It's why it was so important that we got the mushrooms, and we got them when we did, because the mushrooms can make us more of our thing.
Okay.
Which is that here. Yeah, we need to clubhead cats for more stabilizer. Should I keep... Oh, input dice for harvesting mushrooms. Oh, okay.
Shrooms. Did we get 2 club pets?
One, I believe.
Did we get 2 club pets?
Jesus, where's my thing gone?
No.
Matsutake, Giro, and 1 club head.
My.
And I think we can just sleep now and wait for tomorrow. And I suppose we could help the other people.
That's what I thought you might be doing with those remaining dice. You now have 4. 2 5s and a 6 is pretty good, though.
It is, yeah. I can get the last club head. Anything? Yes! Got that club head. Couple of club head caps. Rico is giving us a little more stabilizer. There we go. Just so we have 2, just in case.
Right, we are starving.
Yeah. Actually, can't I? There's a couple of things I can do, can't I? You want to buy 3 matsutake, so go for it.
Might as well, you get the money.
The chits cheaper as always, and you wonder what kind of margin she is making on these. That 80 chits will feed us well.
In the same way as we hope this email finds you.
Should I assume I still might need spores?
No, I don't think you needed 6 in the first
No,
place.
then we will stick them in here and they will germinate. Because that's actually the perfect number to just use them up.
It is.
And if we do, for some reason, need to make more
Then
of
we
the
can.
thing, we
Yes,
can. I
yes.
figured that might be safer. Okay. Yes, our ticker's still ticking over. But yeah, I suppose we can help these guys a little bit more. We can do the crew management. The crews of Ember's Song are effective but headstrong and stubborn. They need direction and management.
You managed to convince 2 rival crews to work together, refitting their ships. Both benefit from the other's expertise.
Access reclamation as the docking access is dismantled and the individual ships refitted. As much of the material as possible needs to be reclaimed.
You expertly strip wires and components from the access walls as you dismantle them. The crews are impressed.
Let's turn this 2 into a...
They've never seen
6.
someone strip so well.
So we might actually also be able to finish dock dismantling again. The ships from Ember's Song will act as scouts and security for the evacuees. That means dismantling the docking access.
I feel like you should help everyone. Even if
That's
they're
fair
going,
enough, yeah,
well, we're just going to leave. Because it might be the, yeah, they always threaten that and then they always help us, so... Or we'll make a deal with them, or, you know, something along those lines. We're not taking medicine then?
No, I think I can do it with 4 dice. That's another 2. That should be another 2. Shall I risk it with the 3? Because we'll get the neutral at the very least.
Yeah, go for it. We might get positive.
And we did. There, we did it. We have a 1-1, which is still a 1 even after a
Wow.
reroll. The docking access is a little more than a shell. Everything that could have been pulled from its interior, every arm not used for docking, has been cut away. What remains is a Spartan void with a patchwork of flooring that allows movement. Piles of unusable material are tucked away in corners, but almost everything else has been cleared out. You haven't seen Peter since you last spoke, and now you are realizing that you probably never will. There are plans to be made, escapes to plot, the shadow of Hearth to escape. On the cycle the flotilla leaves, these ships will disperse too, the moons of Ember spinning out on different orbits.
The chaos has become a quiet diligence now, as the time for departure is so near. Crews cross the axis from ship to ship at speed, bringing supplies or advice. Perhaps meeting up to discuss travel vectors in hushed tones, or to debate why they haven't left yet and whether they should. Among these singer crews, recognisable for their specialist clothing and often shorn heads, you see the occasional refugee, a paying passenger, or a replacement engineer or pirate, or pilot perhaps, come from the eye to seek fortune with the singers.
Most of the crew have 2 or 3 of these additions, some more, and you can't help but wish that whatever reason brings them to Throw their lot in with the Singer crews, they will have safe passage. You feel a strange attachment to these citizens of the Eye, setting out for the first time. And then one of them catches your eye, crossing the axis with a crew, carrying a large bag and a nervous look. "Oh, Tala! What? You're leaving?"
Tala, you freeze for a second. What is she doing here?
She glances around, feeling your eyes on her, and catches your eye. Her face brightens immediately.
Sleeper!
Tala mutters something to her crew and rushes over, dumping the large bag at your feet and embracing you. Without thinking, "We've got good to see you. What are you doing here, and are you leaving? Good to see. We'll say good to see you." She pulls back.
And you!
She smiles, but then it quickly fades as she realizes the context in which you are meeting. She sheepishly glances at her bag.
Sleeper.
She pauses.
I'm
She pauses again, folding her arms defensively.
going to the starboard belt.
She waits for your response nervously. We've got, "Why didn't you say?" And "I don't understand." Yeah, you renamed the bar and everything. Oof, I don't actually...
We named a bar together.
Yeah, we made weird mushroom vodka. What do you think we should say?
Why didn't you say?
She sighs.
Do you remember me mentioning my family, Sleeper? My brother?
Ah, yeah, admittedly. You think back to your Girol blood conversation in the back of the Bantignan.
He came here with me, with my family, when we were little, just after we left Cinza.
She bites her lip.
He left when we were both teenagers, jumped on some spacer crew heading to the starboard belt. I'm an idiot.
She shakes her head.
And I'm going after him.
She looks down, not sure what to add. We've got "that makes sense" and "alone." No, that makes sense. If you've got to go, you've got to go. She looks at you.
It does?
She laughs nervously.
I'm not so sure anymore. I don't know if it really makes sense or if it's the right thing, but ever since I heard that was where the refugee flotilla was going, well, I couldn't stop thinking about him.
Oh God, how do you hear? How did you hear? But also, what happens to the bar? What happens to the bar?
Someone will have to run it.
She leaves a long pause.
I mean, I can ask Francis. He'd be happy to, or one of the others.
She blurts out.
And of course, if you are leaving with the flotilla or someone else, it'd be totally okay. You wouldn't need to say yes. It's no pressure. It's fine, whichever way. I was just thinking.
I could run the bar. I'm not staying, or I'm not sure. I could run the bar. Tala nods, smiling.
I think so. I mean, you can take a
You
second.
can certainly give me the keys if you're worried about it, yeah.
But,
She glances at the crew she was walking with, who are chatting a little way away.
there's not exactly much time. So considering that...
She grabs the key, hanging around her neck, the key to the Bantignan.
Do you want to do it?
We've got yes, we've got no, and I can't. A job. How odd. Yeah, sure, why not? Tala leaps forward and embraces you again.
Thank you, Sleeper. I couldn't be leaving it in better hands.
Yeah, I suppose part of it is just, someone has it, yeah. She pulls the key from around her neck and places it around yours as if presenting a medal.
Remember to lock up, especially the back, and remember to empty the still if you are leaving things closed for a few cycles, and...
She stops herself.
I won't be gone forever, of course.
She blinks away a tear.
I can come back and check in. Maybe once I find my brother.
She pauses, unable to finish that thought. She smiles at you and you can see the weight lifting off her shoulders. Her eyes already drifting towards the crew, the ship, the next big thing. She's ready.
I better be going.
She nods at the crew nearby.
Not a good start to keep my guys waiting.
She lifts the bag onto her shoulder. She looks down the curve of the eye towards the overlook.
Thanks again, Sleeper, for everything you helped me with.
She nods.
I wouldn't have been able to leave if I hadn't made things work here.
She adjusts the bag.
Dad wouldn't have let me.
We've got goodbye Tala, but I think like with Rico, we're going to go for the see you around. She nods.
Hope so. Then Tala turns, heading back to the crew, who will carry her to the starward belt. You watch her go, and despite the departure, it is hard to feel sad about Tala. You know her energy will carry her forward, and you hope her brother is somewhere on that bright path. You hold the key in your hand, the metal still a little warm from Tala's body. You turn it over in your fingers, thinking about how it feels like a tool and a burden. You can still lock up and leave, you figure, but now that will feel like breaking something fragile. And if you stay, well, who knows what this little metal promise might grow into.
Oh, we got a drive complete. No active drives. We did the
3
thing.
upgrades, yeah.
Yeah, let's become a top engineer as well. Nice. So the only thing we don't have a +2 to now is endure. We are waiting on the Briar for terminal flux. Is that? I think that might be it.
Do we just go to sleep then? Is
I
that
mean,
it?
it's in the name.
I suppose it is. I suppose if the game wanted us to leave the eye, it would be called Spacefarer Sleeper. But it ain't. It's called Citizen Sleeper.
Ain't. I guess I'll just sunbathe with my one. There we go. Do 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 do. Yeah. Yes, it does rather feel a bit like, well, what do we do now? I guess we kind of just faff around. Did that scrap ship ever come back in? It did. Let's buy a little scrap. So we can use that to upgrade our condition again for free.
Still flickering like.
We did get a second ship mine part there. Not enough to build a whole thing, but yeah, there's genuinely like
feels a little late to be building
nothing.
ship mines.
Let's see where we get to with our scrap. Oh yeah, there was an achievement for stealing 3 things just to see what you get. I suppose I could do that.
Okay.
Steal a shipment. We are in the midline freight hub.
Going anywhere. Steal a shipment with so many shipments. What's one diverted package? You would have no idea what you were stealing, but that's part of the fun, right?
Let's find out. We'll do it with our big good dice, so we don't set off the security. You spot an opening and divert a package. Midline will know it's gone, but we'll have no idea where now to find out what's inside. We got 2 more ship mine fragments there. It went from 2 to 4.
Can we make midline security go back down?
I don't know, actually. Do you want to look it up?
I mean, the answer's no.
Okay, fair enough.
You will get caught eventually. Does it go up every time?
It looks like it does, yeah. And I think we got 0 there. We have 3 now.
Do we actually have a ship mined? As well?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Right, because we've got one in case we wanted. Yeah, I remember.
You know what? Yeah, let's just do it. There we go.
So we get an event now, I take it.
I guess we must do, right? Or no, that's just it. We just stole 3 packages for the hell of it.
And then you can't steal more.
Yeah,
What was in the third package then?
She rolls, so we now have 5.
Oh, okay.
Same as I can sell her that ship mind. There you go, Paz. And I can build and yeah, we have so much money, it's kind of ridiculous.
We can afford dinner.
There we go, we got another ship mine back. And yeah, we should eat, shouldn't we?
Oh, good idea.
So Emphas is still here, because it's like Tala's left. I don't know how else we would think of.
Are they all coming back if we save it?
I have no idea, that's the thing, yeah. Same as the guy who helped us right at the beginning. I'm like, will we get to see him again?
He's dead now.
You can have that spare ship mind, I don't
Maybe
really
I'd
need
look.
it. That got us 30 cryo, which isn't bad actually. So the Bantan Yen here, it still exists. Oh, the text hasn't quite been updated to say that, because it's like, Tal is good as her word, blah, 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 you know.
The thing is that if they just chopped off that sentence, it would be fine.
Is there anything up here to do? Bliss's Bay. You can do a repair job and see Moritz. There was also the... I might give that a go, you know, just because we never stayed in the capsule bed. We could do a job with Moritz for old time's sake. The bay is taking on low-skill repair contracts now. Moritz is happy to offload some of the work. I'm not sure we ever actually did this. Component repair. There we go. Positive outcome, 20 flat cryo.
You manage an M2 converter rewire in record time, giving you and Moritz some spare time to chat about recent business.
Yeah. And again, I guess that means Moritz is also sticking around.
Or they haven't updated the text.
Let's rent a capsule. The only place to sleep on the hub, except it's not now, hacked off a colony ship and welded to the ring. They are surprisingly expensive to rent.
Where else can we sleep on the hub?
Oh, I suppose because that just means this bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that is it then. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The Kisho capsules.
You hand over the chits and get a pass key for capsule 0451, the temperature at which paper burns.
Oh.
Time to find which of the identical births is yours. Yes, whenever you see 451, it's a reference to a book called Fahrenheit 451, which is a book about books.
Capsule 0451, the tiny sleeping bath. I figured we might as well see what it's like, you know, and it's just a way to sleep.
Wow.
Very exciting, I know. But you know, we want to experience all the things. There we go, we slept on a capsule. We don't get... Oh! Something happens? Oh, maybe this is just the escalating of the event.
Yes. Peak's slate chirps in your pocket. You take it out. A message.
The connection is ready. Meet me at the Founder's Gap, Greenway side, Peak.
You clench your jaw. She keeps signing the messages. Doesn't need to. You know it's from them. You have caller ID. It's time.
So, you know what, we needed like, we had actually 2 days less than it seemed to say on the tracker, right? Because I think that's what it said when we woke up. Here's Peak.
You find Peak waiting near where you first met, at the entrance to the docking tunnel for the Founder's Ferry. They are leaning beside the wall in the flickering light, and you realise now how different they look from when you first met. There is a darkness around their eyes, a sense of exhaustion to their pulls, but also a solidity, a sense of purpose and self-knowledge. They look concrete, for want of a better word. Solid.
Sleeper.
They spot you, and a small smile crosses their face.
Glad you came. We've got I wouldn't be anywhere else, of course, and let's just get this done. Wouldn't be anywhere else, Peak.
The smile grows.
Crunch time.
They shake their head in disbelief.
Let's go. The break in the connection is up ahead.
They walk away from the docking tunnel into a ragged, half-crushed corridor that descends into darkness. They poke their slate and a torch flicks on, lighting the way ahead. As you descend through the layers of the broken edge of the eye, Peak talks, filling the silence.
I had to hunt all over this part of the eye to find the point where the connection was broken.
They run a hand along the buckled metal of the wall, stooping under the angled ceiling.
This hole, the gap, got knocked in the eye when Solheim collapsed. It's impossible to tell who did it, but my guess is they tried to scuttle the eye. If Solheim couldn't keep hold of their fancy new station, well, no one could.
Peak ducks through a fractured passageway with hanging wires like vines.
So this place has always been on borrowed time. I've managed to weave together the old connections and run a new patch down to where the main line still runs through the remaining ribs of the rim.
They smile.
Just like keeping those old XPR platforms running. Esh would be proud if she'd bothered to help.
As Peak goes quiet, the corridor opens out into a wider, twisted passage, with compartments on either side, thick with wiring.
Here, this is the connection point.
You can see where Peak has levered off a panel and hooked up a thick cable to the existing hardware. As thick as a tree trunk, it snakes off into the dark ahead, its yellow rings making it look like some huge and exotic serpent.
That sounds massive. And we've got what now? And you did all this? You did all this?
Peak nods.
It was an interesting challenge. Plus it helped me keep my mind off things.
Peak smiles a weak smile.
There's a lot I'd prefer not to think about.
You both stand there, staring at the point where the new cable meets the old one, the ends separate, filled with the multi-pin male and female connectors, and braced inside a metal framework with a scissoring mechanism. Bring them together, seal them, and the greenway will be connected to the rest of the eye for the first time in decades. Peak shifts their weight onto one hip, pushing their hair out of their eyes.
I feel like this should be more monumentous, like there should be some ritual or ceremony.
They pause.
Or someone should stop us from doing this crazy thing.
It isn't crazy? Are we sure this is right, or? Just do it.
Just do it.
Peak nods.
Pull the plaster off, right? Okay.
They hold both sides of the supporting framework, ready to scissor it closed.
Here we go.
Peak wrenches the framework closed, and the connectors thunk together with a sound that echoes down the ruined corridor into the dark on both sides. Both you and Peak wait with bated breath, unsure what it is you are waiting for. Do you expect the eye to suddenly stop spinning or lurch on its axis, for the power to go out, or a shockwave to run through the corridors of the rim? You meet Peak's eyes, and suddenly they burst out laughing.
What are we waiting for?
They put a hand to their forehead.
I feel like we just planted a tree and are expecting it to burst out of the ground.
They shake their head. But you feel it. You feel it flowing like a stream that has been released from a cave and rushes out into the sunlight, crystalline and clear. You swear you can hear it running in the wires like water, like rain, like steam. It doesn't roar or rattle, but it rushes and writhes there, like liquid roots. Peak sees the look in your eyes and stops laughing.
You can see it, can't you?
You can't see it, not with your eyes at least, but it is everywhere, and now it is out. It can't be put back in, that much is clear. You imagine the rim of the eye like a sponge, like soil, soaking up the gardener and their chorus, the gaps filling with a burbling, constant, growing life. Peak stares at you, waiting for something. Anything.
We've got Gardener is free, and something has changed. Gardener is free, I suppose.
Peak nods slowly and closes their eyes. They go to speak, but words fail them. Suddenly, Peak's slate chirps. They jump and scramble for it, almost dropping it in the process. But when they stare at it, a look of confusion crosses their face.
Wait, what, is it the gardener? What happened?
Peak's mouth falls open.
It's Ash.
They swallow.
She's leaving.
They look at you with panic. Before you can speak, they have turned away and are moving back up the passageway, back towards the entrance.
We've got peek, we've got wait, but no, she's gonna go. She's gonna go. Stay silent. They don't turn, don't respond. I didn't say anything, to be fair, and you watch their silhouette, lit by their slate's torch, and disappear rapidly around a corner. You take out the slate Peek gave you and turn on the torch. The wires all around look like pale roots in the harsh light, and you turn away from them. They are gardeners now. You work your way back through the corridors, retracing your steps. You imagine Peek, panicked, running towards the cordon, realizing that their greatest fear has come to pass. You wonder if they will be able to persuade Ash to stay. If Ash is going, you think, then the flotilla must be leaving too. The thought makes you shiver in the darkness and you push it away. You are not ready. You focus on avoiding the hanging wires, the low ceilings, and wake your way back out onto the lit corridors of the Founder's Ferry dock. Castor is waiting for you. He holds up his hands.
Now, Sleeper, no need to fear.
I imagine you can't do anything anymore because you've probably been chucked out the system, right? But he raises his eyebrows.
I understand now it was my mistake to try to force you. A miscalculation.
We've got get lost. Why are you here? Oh, stay silent. What do you think we should respond with?
I mean, I'm out of pure curiosity, I'm curious why he's here. Because he's not been just a villain. He's helped us on occasion as well. It's strange.
I think he's also a little, he's kind of rooting for us, I guess, but he works for someone else, you know. Why are you here?
Good. Good questions are good.
He pushes his glasses up his nose.
I am more than happy to answer any you may have. I won't hold you here, Sleeper.
Castor stands to the side.
But I wish to speak.
I mean, yeah, for old time's sake, let's listen. You stop, giving Castor his opportunity. Castor nods.
At first I thought that, if you'll excuse the turn of phrase, taking possession of your particular talents was the opportunity.
He smiles a broad smile.
But you are more than that. I understand that now. Your arrival at this station, your ability to touch the networks, this makes you the very definition of a wild card.
It's like the RPG staple. You've got to be the wild card. Right? Yeah. He touches the rim of his glasses.
That's why we're flat. Senate stats analysis, my analysis. We could never have accounted for you. Mm-hmm. This system, the Hellion system, is about to experience a significant change, about to open up Senate stats bailiffs, Conway's claimants, and every industry and element an active CAN channel brings. Yet this very cycle, you let another wildcard free. Gardener. I have to admit, this development makes me afraid, Sleeper. It makes me afraid what an intelligence like this will sacrifice to protect itself, and what atrocities it might commit through madness, and yet...
Castor's eyes glint.
What a compelling object such an intelligence is.
Yeah, they're not mad or weird, they exist. They're maintenance, you know.
Let me protect you, mark you out, keep Senate stat from eliminating by force or legal expediency you as they will with every other squatter on this ring.
Castor clasps their hands together.
And in exchange, when Senestat comes for this place, you facilitate the handover. You calm the protocols. You give us the gardener.
We have, and I go free. But also, we're not doing that, no. We want to be free, so why would we hand over another AI? That's just too hypocritical. Castor takes off their glasses and polishes them.
Disappointing.
You begin to leave. As you approach, he speaks quietly, an urgent whisper.
I do not wish to see you lost. You are of great value. If you ever want to see that realized...
You push past, ignoring him, and his voice fades. The last you see of him is his slow nod, perhaps a mark of resignation, or just another deferential gesture aimed at manipulating your response. It doesn't matter either way, you are done with him. You head towards the cordon, Peak and the flotilla in the forefront of your mind.
What now?
Well, Peak and the flotilla. I'm assuming, yeah, they're gone. But yeah, there's actually 2 tickers down, but Peak did kind of go, this was as much as we could have waited. Also tempted to just scavenge for scrap.
I mean, do the other encounter first.
I suppose, I don't know whether to assume that we'll just go, you've done everything, we're ending the day, you know? Peak, cautious spacer.
You arrive into chaos at the cordon. The final shuttles are leaving the ramshackle docks that have formed along the edge of the gap during the flotilla's stay. As they do, groups of evacuees push on board, hoping to be amongst the final people to escape from the Eye. The fear created by the Flux event became a series of rumours, and those rumours have driven many out of their homes. Others have staunchly doubled down on their position on the Eye, refusing to accept any gossip of a second collapse. You are unsure what you think. Is the collapse a certainty? Will Peak's actions this cycle have changed anything at all? You are tired of these questions, and instead set out to look for your friends. You quickly spot Peak and Esh at the far side of the chaotic bay. You quickly make your way through the crowds, slipping between the gaps in the rushing evacuees, stepping over bags and luggage. Progress is slow, but as you approach you can hear their voices over the crowd. You try to push closer, but there are many evacuees gathered around them and their shuttle.
You have made your decision, Peak, and it puts you against me.
Esh is standing with one foot on the boarding ramp, while Peak argues with her. The evacuees are eyeing them, eager to intervene, but intimidated by Esh's evident strength and attitude.
Esh, it doesn't have to be like this.
Peak looks desperate, tear tracks already on their cheeks.
You can find a way.
Esh shakes her head.
I have always protected you, Peak. I have taken you under my wing. But I understand that you are not mine to control, and you have chosen to be here and not with me, despite everything. I have chosen to stop running.
Peak cries out in frustration.
You can choose to stop running too. We can stay here and try to live. Don't you remember what it feels like to live, Esh?
Esh turns away.
I remember what it was like to live on Hawthorne, what it was like to be worried for your safety every cycle, to live under the control of my mother, of the administration, to work to maintain something that no one wanted, no one needed, so that our corporation could maintain a foothold in this system. You talk as if this place in the very same system is any different. What is there here but the same grind for other masters, for employers, administrators, for those who gain from our struggles? There may not be a corporation controlling the Eye, but there is control. There is power in action here. So what then?
Peak shouts.
You run from anyone or everyone who could ever be close to you in search of freedom, in search of some perfect place where no one has power over you.
Peak is crying openly now.
I want to be part of something, Esh, even if it is broken and suffering, even if it cannot be free.
Esh pauses and takes a deep breath. She nods, her eyes closed.
This isn't Hawthorne anymore. We aren't tied by our childhood or by our shared need to escape. We are both just people in this system.
She opens her eyes.
I release you, Peak. You are free of me. Esh, please.
They hold out a hand.
There is a life here if you want it.
Esh turns and smiles at Peak, her eyes wet now too.
Then you live it for me, Peak. I can't.
And she climbs up the boarding ramp, the evacuees taking their chance to climb on board too. You watch as the shuttle closes its ramp, lifts off, and leaves the bay. The crowds are dispersing now as they get onto the shuttles or say their goodbyes and move back into the main part of the cordon. You push past the last of them to reach Peak. Peak doesn't turn as you come closer.
Sleeper, Ash is gone.
Oh God, she chose to leave. You should go too, or stay silent.
I mean, she seems pretty sure she wants to stay here. I'm not sure we really could, I'm not sure we're adding anything here, right? What do you think? What do you think? Yeah.
I mean, I would probably stay silent or say yes.
Yeah.
They turn to face you.
I'll miss the Briar, but she'll serve Ash well. I know that.
Sleeper!
And the shout takes you by surprise, and as you turn, you see Sol coming across the bay towards you, the last two shuttles loading up behind him. He reaches you, his suit hissing as he does.
Can't believe you'd make an old man run across this bay to get you.
He pauses to take a breath.
The singers have gone. They left at the start of the cycle. They broke away from the flotilla.
Yeah, they did. You smile as you think of Tala, safely cradled within one of those singer ships on her way to the starward belt, and hopefully a reunion with her brother. Godspeed, Tala.
What are you smiling at?
Sol interrupts your thoughts.
They forced our hand. We'll have to leave now.
Sol shakes his head.
If we follow close enough behind, maybe they'll end up being our scouts anyway. I reckon any hostile spaces out there will give them a wide berth.
I mean, I guess.
Pilgrim Seed will need a little time to make our way out of the cordon, but I'm heading back now to get her started. Thankfully, the step ships are sticking with us, so we'll be plenty well supplied for the journey to the belt. Anyway, I didn't plod all the way over here to tell you that.
I know, you're still asking us to leave. Sol looks between you and Peak with a raised eyebrow.
It's now or never, Sleeper. I'm good to my word, and I kept a berth for you, but this is your last chance to take it.
He scratches at his beard.
Make a call.
You glance out at the flotilla beyond the bay, beautiful in the light of Hellion's sun. You think of the long journey to the starward belt, of the people inside the Pilgrim Seed, of the possible futures that await. Then you think of the people here on the Eye, of Peak beside you, of the Bantanyan, of Tala, and the key that still hangs around your neck. Promises and possibilities. I mean, I want to see what happens.
You don't want to leave and get an ending?
No.
Okay.
I'm also not sure it will roll both, like it has done, because this is the end of the game. I'm going to pick to stay, because I felt like it always made sense to me to stay with the other AIs and with the ship, for better or worse, yeah. You open your mouth to speak and realize this is the final time you will make this choice. You have to be sure.
I'm leaving or I'm staying.
I figured you'd just say at the bottom one.
I'm staying.
You say the words, and the moment you do, the weight of it all seems to descend on you. You stumble a little and then stand straight, refusing to be crushed. You feel a tightness in your chest and a haze blurring your thoughts. Sol nods.
Good luck.
He sighs.
You'll need it.
He grips your shoulder and meets your eye. In the haze, his pitted and rough hands feel so real, so detailed that it grounds you. And then it is gone, and Sol goes with it, quickly moving to the waiting shuttle. As he does, you watch, unable to speak, your whole body pulsing. And then another hand falls on your shoulder, and it grounds you once more.
You turn to see Peak's bright eyes.
Let's go, Sleeper.
You nod, and seeing how unsteady you are on your feet, Peak puts an arm around you and steers you towards the entrance to the bay. As they do, you hear the roar, feel the wind as the shuttle lifts off and angles toward the flotilla. You don't turn. Instead, you keep your head down and focus on each step. As you do, you feel Peak beside you, holding a little of your weight and you holding a little of theirs. This is how it will be for many cycles after you both leave the bay and head back into the eye. You will both hold things for each other, remind each other of the choices you made, remind each other why it is important to keep going despite the moments when it seems impossible. You will keep each other going.
That support will be vital when the second flux event hits the eye, when it knocks the entire free spoke off the power grid, making the whole station lurch with a sickening motion, when it cripples systems and corrupts processes, leading sections of the station to go dark or start venting oxygen, when holding on is all you can do while the world seems to come apart around you. And yet, somehow, the eye will persist. Systems will resist total collapse in ways that will seem inexplicable to many, but to you and Peak they will signal the awakening of a new force within the station. That new force will bring with it new challenges and new possibilities in equal measure. Strange growths will be reported all around the station in the wake of the flux event. Fungal crusts pushing through pipes and wiring. The eye will go wild and fecund, becoming a station of increasing unpredictability, prone to a seasonal rhythm of spore clouds and sudden growth spurts.
There will be a strange and unsettling beauty to this paradigm shift, as the greening of the station turns it from a corporate ruin to some altogether new assemblage of biological and mechanical structures.
We get to see the whole eye now, finally it's zoomed out enough.
Yeah. Riko will take on this challenge with energy that seems impossible for her age, and until her final day she will delight in the new mysteries the eye and its gardener produce. As this new era consolidates around the station, you will find yourself in the Bantayan, most cycles, working to keep the place alive. The cycle where you invite Emphas to come make use of the kitchen will go from a one-off event to a regular occurrence, and soon the Bantayan will be filled with spaces eager to try the best preparations of the station's now abundant mushrooms.
He moves into the kitchen, that makes sense to me.
And on occasion, after a long shift at the Bantayan, you will hear the sound of the stray mewling, and you will crumble up some food and sit and watch the cat eat as if it is the only thing in your world that matters.
Yes, the cat made it.
However, into all this newness, the bad old ways will still intrude.
Senate Stat, frustrated by the eye's resilience, will begin to send more physical threats, and supply ships and traders will suddenly stop arriving, stopped by a blockade of corporate militia. Life on the eye will be punctuated by wide-channel broadcasts from Senate Stat, stating legal precedences and quoting deeds of ownership, staking a claim on the system. Meanwhile, Havenage will consolidate their power around the Hardline group, led by Kemp, but this will push them further from the people of the Eye. As they decay, new forms of system administration will rise, though the Hardliners will persist as a dangerous force. As the cycles roll on and the threats gather, new broadcasts will join them, sent by Conway Extractions, making counterclaims on assets within the Hellion system, and many on the Eye will grow quiet, losing their appetite for debating these political machinations as they tilt inexorably towards a corporate war.
And ever on the Eye will spin, growing now in strange ways, haunted by strange new growths and hosting cultures of increasing resilience. As the Hellion system descends into crisis, you will find comfort in the fungal patterns, the familiar conversations, the spices and the smells that will accumulate around you as your body continues its unavoidable decay. They settle around you like a veil, and in time it will be impossible to see the Eye without seeing its many variants and versions, past and potential futures, and this masking of the world will mark your approaching end. And one cycle, far from now, that accumulation of memories, of tastes, of people and places and moments will be the last thing you let go of. But for now, there is only you and Peak, arms around each other, walking slowly out of the bay, two figures born of crippled systems linked together, continuing despite your origins.
And in this frozen moment, you focus on only the next step, because that is the only way you have learned to persist. And to persist is to believe that a future, any future at all, is possible. I don't know, do we just let the credits roll again? Do I assume I skip them again? I can, apparently.
I don't know, is there a comedy ending where you're like... Doesn't seem like it should have a comedy ending.
We have watched the whole credits at one point. No, that was it. Smash cut to the screen. If I hit continue, does it give us the point before that? It does seem to give us the point before that. Do you want to see us leaving then? No. No, you think that's a good... I also think that's our ending, so I think that's fair enough. Other endings can be watched elsewhere or played. I think that's a good place to leave it, so...
It's cheap, it's good.
This was Citizen Sleeper. It's on various passes. We're playing this on the PlayStation Plus. Yeah, I really liked it. It's very, it's reading heavy. It's a proper, wordy RPG with dice rolling and not like a, hybrid shooty, puzzly. It's fairly simple what it is. But yes, I liked it. I like the story, which I suppose it's you have to like the story, I guess. That is the main thing of the game. And I think there's enough in it that there's a bit of replay. I want to see the other version of Ankita's story where she doesn't shoot that guy. That was the main regret in the end, I think, of the whole playthrough, that I didn't get to see that bit. Most of the rest of it, I'm I'm quite happy with that. Any thoughts?
I liked it.
It's interesting.
I thought it was very good.
Yeah.
Very, very different. It might not be what people are looking for, which is, fine.
Yeah.
But yes, it crept up on me and made me like it in the end. Even though originally I'm does it have gameplay? Is this a game?
Yes,
is that gameplay?
This won't be for everyone, and that's fair enough. Things don't have to be for everyone.
But it was a good story. It was fairly well written. I liked the range of stuff you could do. I'm not sure if the Citizen Sleeper logo is red or pinky red, because it looks different on the two different screens I'm looking at. I
think it's pink. I think my computer has gone into night mode a bit.
Oh, okay. I don't know if we should play the sequel, and if we do want to play the sequel, we should have a frickin' break.
Oh yeah, I'm not planning on immediately rolling into Sleeper 2, that's fair enough.
I'm glad my voice lasted, because I've had a sore throat.
We did a lot, yeah, it's doing this through, obviously it's been winter and then becoming spring now. It's a lot on the voice.
But yeah, that was enjoyable. It was good. I would recommend it.
Yes.
If you're in the mood for something very story-heavy, and of course story-based is sort of our oeuvre, or however you pronounce that.
We are going to leave this here. Next time we put things up, it will be Fatal Frame 2, the remake. Peter's been playing through that. The next thing I think I might actually play is a game called The Magnificent Truffle Pigs, which is another weird indie one you might have never heard of.
Not a clue.
Not a clue. It's made by a little English company. I think they're based in Leeds, and it's set in the UK, which I'm that's more than enough of a reason to play something.
That usually gets us going, yeah.
And people consider it in a similar vein of Firewatch and Everyone's Gone to the Rapture. So it's
It's like that game I played, Atomfall, where it's very strange game, but it's really nice that it was set in the UK.
Yeah, it's sort of walking simulator adjacent, but it's all voiced. And I'm that might be a good thing for it to just give us a break. It's also considered finishable in 3 or 4 hours. It's it's a break, a palate cleanser.
Also, it might be a one-shot.
Yeah, it's just to try something different. It also has mixed reviews, which I'm interested in, because it is one of those people have very ideas about what makes a good game, I suppose, and I think for some people it's too much of a walking simulator in air quotes, but I'm always interested to try new things. So that'll probably be next for me.
Oh no, exploration and adventure and storyline.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But this has been Michaela.
This remains Peter.
We are And So Begins on Twitch and on YouTube. If you like what you see, we've got loads more stuff of similar veins and different veins. But thank you for watching.
Yeah.
And
Bye.
We'll see you again next time.
Yeah.